Alright, hello and welcome back to Torin's Passage. We are going to complete our time here and let's just launch into it.
Oh, Torin, I knew you could do it.
You did?
But now what?
Oh, this part I know. Stand over here. I'll throw enough of this powder for both of us, and off we'll go.
Don't forget me, Torin.
I couldn't, Lena.
Be careful. This licentious sounds dangerous.
I will. Now, close your eyes.
They are closed. Save enough powder for a trip to Escarpa.
I promise. I'll see you soon, Lena. Somehow.
Goodbye, Torin. And goodbye, Boogle.
It does beg the question of how she accessed the Pinocris to get here in the first place, but that's fine.
I always felt you were innocent. Kurtzville needed a scapegoat. All these years away from your home, your family, your friends, you must be so bitter.
Perhaps I've learned to use the darkness to get what I want.
I've heard you've become quite the powerful sorceress,
Oh,
but not quite powerful enough to overcome the magic of that collar.
not yet, but perhaps soon. And when I do, I promise revenge.
But what if you could return sooner?
What? Ha! The color will not be denied.
I could release it for you.
Oh, peccant. You know its spell can only be broken by royalty. And no matter how much you scheme, you'll never be king as long as the boy lives.
Yes, but think, Licentiate. Who sealed the collar?
Kurtzwell. That... Wait. Are you suggesting you could become Arch Authority?
Let's just say if you'll do a small favor for me, I'll do a large favor for you.
And just what would that small favor be?
Nothing much, just a little magic spell.
Interesting.
What? Hey, I'm getting better at this.
Alright, so we've learned a little bit more about the backstory leading into current events. If you hadn't discovered by now, pretty much all of the events that we saw in those videos were from the relatively distant past. We have to pause this to open this guy up.
Ooh, smells like ammonia.
Ammonia, huh? Alright. I'm going to put the text back on screen. It got turned off somehow. There we go. So we're going to take one of these to clean this guy off.
Welcome to Asthenia. Huh.
And now that it's clean, we also can see that there is a button here that will release us from this cave. Alright, let's head out. Asthenia is an interesting world. And search here first, where we can see that there's almost nothing, just a little closed block in the ground with a large rectangle over a triangle. And then we can head over here, and we see this seesaw, as well as this back here.
That must be where the people lived who defended this island.
Doesn't really offer anything else about it. We can climb into this bucket on the other side. and see that the scales are not currently balanced. Alright. So, what we need to do is find a way to balance these scales, and that will activate the thing that was here, indicating a balanced scale. In order to do that, we have this ridiculous device that, if you can make it out in the back, is filled with these large, round, solid balls. Press this button. I'm just going to click right here. Otherwise, the thing will just fly past. This ridiculous carnival device fires off. And after a very unnecessary...
Stone cannonballs? Man, these suckers are heavy.
After a rather unnecessarily long video, we are given a cannonball. And what we need to do is actually get 4 of these for right now. So, I'm going to skip the whole video and just let it jump to here. Three. Oops. Oh. Yeah, if you don't click over, Torin just misses it. Three. And 4. Okay, now let's take these. We'll head over here. And we're going to load these in here. And number 4. Now we'll climb in over here. And the scales are balanced. That does 2 things for us. 1, it accesses the thing that we'll see in a moment, and 2, it shows us exactly how many cannonballs Torin weighs. And we'll collect the 4th one. Good, now let's head back over here. And what we've unveiled is this catapult. So, in order to save time, I'll show what happens if we fire off just 1 cannonball. So the weight of 1 cannonball launches this much too far. So let's try something else. Alright. And we're getting another one. There we go. So what you will find through trial and error is that if you fire off 4 cannonballs, it still goes a little too far. However, if we launch 5 cannonballs, it lands right where we want it to, on the land. So what we need to do is get Torin's weight plus 1 cannonball. Alright, so with this 1 cannonball in hand, we climb into the catapult ourselves. You can try to reach for the lever, but
There's no way I can reach the release handle from in here.
so we will have to use Lena's knife and release it ourselves. Hey, look at that. Just missed the puddle, too. Perfect.
Pooey.
Oof. Alright, so this is a mildly annoying part. You have to navigate your way through this somewhat maze of pathways, which isn't that problematic. But what's annoying is if you get to the end, you will realize you don't have something you need, because you need to come this way first, and if we wait long enough, there's a little glint of metal that comes up, which happens just rarely enough that it's quite frustrating. And it's particularly annoying if you go all the way to the end and have to just come back for it. Particularly since, luckily Torin doesn't walk into the lava at least, but it can be difficult to get him to walk through here, as he's very particular about where he will walk. Doesn't show as much there, but on some of the curvier areas it shows up more. Now luckily, because the game has this scroll ability, we can kind of just go through and see that if we were to follow this pathway over, it goes to a dead end. Alternatively, we could just come to the end and watch from here, so we'll come back to there. Oops. Alright, yes, so we want to come back to here. So our goal is to get here. Could be from up there, but let's see if this way works back here. And if we come over here, so I think we can pull that off. So let's go up here. Come along this way. And we can double check ourselves. Nope, that's not going to go where we want to go. So we want to go up this way. And then we want to take the more southern course here. And this should bring us right over to where we want to go. This is another very short world, but it's got a couple of fun puzzles I enjoy. Nothing too crazy, just... Google enjoys this a great deal. Yeah, the puzzles aren't too incredible, but I like them. What this is actually a water cannon, and by tightening that bolt down, we're able to harden some rocks up just enough to let us get across the molten hot magma. Alright. Oh goodness, I actually forgot about this. So I honestly... I don't even know if you can remember how to get through here. I also don't know why Torin's making such a clicky-clack walking. But I honestly just wander through here aimlessly. I think this is more of a sight gag sort of thing by the developers. The ultimate goal is to get down here. In order to do so, you walk all around. And eventually you'll get to where you want to go. This might bring us over here, or way up there. But yeah, so long as you just keep moving forward along whatever path is available to you, things will eventually work out. Just take some time. Excellent, there we go. So yes, let's head down here, and we'll take a look at this item here.
Wonder what this does.
And so, I'll scroll up quickly, because over here we see a spanse that is not yet open. What we have to do is step on every one of these blocks in order to raise a bridge slowly to the point where we can cross. And every time we step on one, the block then descends into the lava. Torin strikes his jumping pose. And so you just have to follow a pattern through that causes them all to descend. Let's see if we can see it yet. Now we'll go a couple more and then we'll see. Pattern's not all that difficult to figure out, but it does require at least a little bit of thought and work. There you go. So you can see the bridge starting to come across. Oops. Took too long.
Way to go, honored.
But a fiery melting death is not a good ending for you in this game.
Little Terminator 2 reference there. Alright. So yes. We're going to move up here. Just follow this same course. Move a little bit faster. Do some backflips. It takes a little getting used to when you're not accustomed to it. But I really like the scrolling aspect of this. I think it makes for some interesting moments in the game. We'll take just half a second to look and see we're making pretty good progress with the bridge there. We're just going to weave through here. And the more that go down, further it reaches. And despite Torin's incredible jumping abilities elsewhere, if you don't get all of these down, he won't be able to get across. This, I think, will reset it, just in case you missed one. Alright, so we'll come across, and then we have our final puzzle here.
Oh, good. It's blocked. Let me guess. Another console.
Just another one that I really enjoy. It's a little easy to kind of get it right accidentally, but that's okay. So basically, what each of these represents is that the way that the light will be refracted as it goes through the crystal. So if it's coming in from this direction, it will be angled off, whatever this is, 60 degrees to the left. So if the light's coming in straight here and this one's pointing off left, or 60 degrees to the left, it should go pretty much right at this crystal. And what we need to do is have the light hit all 6 of these crystals and then reach the end. So let's see. Let's get one that's going to send it back here. So we want to send one that sends it about 30 degrees to the right, like this crystal. Alright, and then we want to go maybe 30 degrees back left. Alright, and we could go straight through, but that doesn't work, so maybe we'll go 90 degrees to, I guess I was saying 60 before, it's probably more like 120 degrees. We want to go 90 degrees to the right. And then, actually I don't think this is going to work the way I have it set up. I'll have to try something else. Alright, so let's reorient back here. Maybe we'll go 90 degrees here. So we'll use U. Okay. That worked out fairly well. So we'll go 90 from here. And then switch these two, and that should, I think, do it. Beautiful. So that'll do it for Asthenia here, and when we come back we'll head into chapter 5. But yeah, nice quick one, so hope you enjoyed, and until next time, see ya!